Alright, so we're continuing with the laws of Pesach. So the Shulchan Aruch says that even a person that cannot drink wine because it's inconvenient for them, it harms them, he says over there, tzarich litchok atzmo velishtot. You have to go ahead and push yourself to drink, and this is in Shulchan Aruch HaChaim, Siman Taf Ayin Bet 472, Seif Yud, section 10. So he brings over here that there is a difference between Passover and Sukkot. On Sukkot, there's a halachot that mitztaer patur min sukkah. A person that is in great discomfort, they're exempt from being in a sukkah. So why is it on a Sukkot you don't have to be in a sukkah if you have a discomfort? And on Pesach, you have to push yourself to drink the 4 cups of wine. So he says Sukkot, there's a special, our sages had a special way of inference from the verse that says, Basukot teshevu shivat yamim. You have to sit and dwell in the Sukkot for 7 days. And like Gemara says, teshvu, to dwell, ke'en, just like tadu, just like you live in your house. In your house, if there's a leak in one room, and it's going on your head, so you're going to stay in the room, or you go to the other room. Go to the other room. So just like your home, even though the sukkah can never be exactly like your home, but just like your home, you have some sort of level of comfort, so too in the sukkah, and if it's beyond that and you just can't, it's unbearable, that it's a special limud, it's a special way of understanding the halakha of Sukkot, but that's an exception. And in other mitzvot, we still have to do it. So for example, a person, it's hard for them to light Shabbat candles. Why? Because it's hard. It's hard for them to say Kiddush. Why? They're tired. It's hard for them to put on tarit. Why? It slips off, I didn't learn how to put. Okay, so we go out of our way and we try to do the mitzvah. The same thing with our bakosot. But there's something unique about the 4 cups of wine and about the matzah that he brings over here in the name of a book called Ochot Yosher, the Kaf HaChaim brings, that a person that eats matzah, even though maybe it's not so easy for them, they push and eat matzah and they drink the 4 cups of wine, that will give them a beracha. Uvazeh lo yitztarech le'echol samim u'mashkin marim le'ufuat haguf. A person that goes ahead and pushes themselves to intake these items on Pesach, they will not have to intake things that are uncomfortable for them to take for the health of their body. Meaning to say, this is not a prescription from a doctor. It's a preemptive measure of bringing healing to the body. Basically, what we can understand is that there's healing to the body from the matzah that you eat, from the wine that you drink. And then he brings another concept, which is very interesting. In the name of Iyun Yaakov, he says the 4 cups of wine are lechaper arba mitot bet din. They are coming to atone or to dismiss a person from any negative forces that may have occurred upon them. Meaning to say, this mitzvah is so great that HaKadosh Baruch Hu looks for a pattern even in the mitzvah. 4 cups, okay, I'll let you go out of 4 measures of any endurance that you may have to deal with later on. And of course, this is how a person has to do it. However, the Kaf HaChaim brings, what if a person wants to, but they really, really can't? Even though the Gemara in Masechet Nedarim says that Rabbi Yehuda Bar Ilai would never drink wine because it wasn't healthy for him. However, on Pesach he drank wine, and the Gemara says he drank the wine, and he had migraines from Pesach ad Atzeret. From Pesach until Shavuot, he had migraines. Why? Because he drank the 4 cups of wine. Imagine if he lived outside of Israel, he would have headache until Sukkot. But he still had held himself like that. It was on his level. But in our time for us, he says, what do you mean you have to push yourself? If it's hard for you, if it's not so nice for you, if you don't really like it, maybe you even get a little bit of a headache, fine. But if you fall to bed because of it, you're exempt from drinking the 4 cups of wine. And you could, of course, drink grape juice. You could drink any type of diluted essence of wine. And that's also kasher for the mitzvah. Amen.